Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. We have Luna right here. She stole a pair of my socks from downstairs. Of course, she is sitting by the window. She loves to sit here and just look out. I just made myself a snack. It's some Greek yogurt with fruit and protein granola. Luna, I know of course you want some, but this is not for you. This is my snack, not yours. So I was actually inspired to make today's YouTube video the other night when I started reading I don't think I can say it on YouTube, the Mind FCK series, which I have heard incredible things about. I don't know much about the series other than it's a dark romance and it's about this lady who if you get what I'm saying, and she falls in love with the detective who is actually hunting her down because she's a serial. Get what I'm saying? So the concept of that just sounded fascinating to me. And what is also so interesting is the entire series is all novellas. So you can buy like the one big book, which I think is like 500 or 600 pages, but it's 5 novellas put into one. I started reading it the other night. I only read the first chapter and I loved it. Like definitely something that I want to continue reading. However, this week I'm actually home alone. Eric is out of town. Normally it's me that's out of town, but this week Eric is out of town and I just don't think I want to read anything that's like dark and scary when I'm by myself in the house for a week. But honestly, my attention span has been so bad lately that I was like, I just need to read really short, quick, easy to read books, kind of to just get myself back into reading. I feel like I'm definitely in a little bit of a book slump. So I thought, what better way to get myself out of this reading slump than to read novellas? So today that I'm starting this video, it is Tuesday, and my goal is to read one novella a day for the rest of this work week. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So my goal is to read 4 novellas this week, 1 book a day. And the first one that I am going to start with, and I already have it on my Kindle, is Under One Roof by Ali Hazelwood. So I'm only a few pages into this book, but so far what it's about is this girl named Mara, and she is moving to DC, and she is going to live in her old advisor's house. So her advisor, Helena, unfortunately passed away, but in her will, she gave Mara the house. So right now, Mara is moving to DC to live in that house and to start a new job working as a scientist. But what she didn't know, or what she just found out, is that Mara's brother was part owner of the house, and then he sold it to his son, Liam. So Liam is also owner of this house, and he obviously lives there. So the two of them are gonna have to meet up. And I know that this story is about 2 people who don't really like each other, and then she ends up falling in love with him and he's like her roommate. So I think that's how they initially meet. But I think this is gonna be a cute story. I just realized too that I never told you guys what the definition of a novella is. So a novella is a short story that ranges in word count from 10,000 to 40,000 words, and it may contain between 100 to 200 pages. So if you are someone like me who has ADHD or just has like very short attention spans at times, but you want to get into reading, I would highly recommend looking for novellas because they're just quick little stories that don't feel like such a huge time commitment, and they don't feel daunting. Like, it's not like you're looking at a book that's 500 or 600 pages long and you're feeling intimidated. Currently, what is happening in the novella that I am reading is Mara and Liam have just met. She came to the house, and I understand now why they don't like each other. So Mara is an environmental scientist and Liam is a lawyer for a fossil fuels company. And so obviously those two types of people don't really mix, and he is very, very clear that he does not want her living in the house. But in Helena's will, who was his aunt, she gets half the house. So that's where they're starting to feud right now. Luna, you want to jump up on the bed? Come on, baby. Let's go to bed. Come on, Luna. guys, it is the next day. So yesterday I failed miserably. JK, there is no such thing as failing miserably with reading. But anyway, I did not finish the novella yesterday, but I did get halfway through, and really the whole point of this video was just to get me out of my book slump and just interested in reading again. It shouldn't be like a chore to feel like you have to read or you have to hit a certain goal. Anyway, I do want to finish that book today. And then I was also thinking, I have a credit on Audible. So I was thinking that I could listen to an audiobook today of a novella also, just while I'm hanging out, while I'm doing laundry, while I'm doing stuff. Also, I do need to do a little bit of driving tomorrow for some errands, so I could just continue listening to this audiobook while I'm driving and whatnot. Figured that would also be a really good way to consume a novella, because I'm a big believer that audiobooks obviously count as reading. It doesn't matter if you are reading on like a physical book, an e-reader, audiobook, reading is reading, and I'm a firm believer in that. So I think what I want to do is something different. So I'm thinking of doing on Audible The Never King. I believe this is like some sort of like related to Peter Pan, but it's like darker. Okay, so the summary is: the stories were all wrong. Hook was never the villain. For 2 centuries, all of the darling women have disappeared on their 18th birthday. Sometimes they're gone for only a day, some a week or a month, but they always return broken. Now, on the afternoon of my 18th birthday, my mother is running around the house making sure all the windows are barred and the doors are locked, but it's pointless because when night falls, he comes for me. Oh, I'm guessing that's Hook. And this time, the Never King and the Lost Boys aren't willing to let me go. It says, note, the Never King is a reimagining of Peter and Wendy. Characters have been aged up for this darker, grittier version. If you like your enemies to lovers romance, which I really do, with hot, ruthless, morally gray love interest, you'll enjoy The Never King. Okay, sweet. So I'm going to use my credit and I'm going to listen to this while I get some stuff done today. It says that the listening time for this audiobook is 4 hours and 35 minutes, but I feel like I always get through my audiobooks faster because I listen to them at like 1.25 to 1.5 speed. Good morning, everybody. So today is Friday. I didn't vlog or film or read at all yesterday because I had such a busy day. I had appointments, I had editing that I needed to get done on my laptop, and I worked out, I cleaned up a little bit. So it was just like, I don't know, the day got away from me. Right now, I actually have to drive to the DMV, which is like 20 minutes away. And so I was like, okay, that's definitely 40 minutes of listening time on my audiobook because it's 20 minutes there and 20 minutes back. And this morning during my workout, I did listen to my audiobook a little bit more. And I will say that I am enjoying this audiobook a lot. But for some reason, I feel like if I were to have physically read this book, I think I would have liked it more than the audiobook. Lately, I've really been enjoying listening to thrillers on audiobooks as opposed to reading them from a print copy. Whereas, I don't know, I kind of feel like with books like this, like a dark romance type of book, I don't know, I think I might like reading that one more from my Kindle or from a print copy as opposed to an audiobook. But with that said, I am still really enjoying it, and I think it's just such an awesome way to still be able to consume a book even when you're busy throughout the day. Oh my gosh, you guys, that was so stressful because I went to the wrong DMV at first, and I drove there and it took 20 minutes and I was like, this doesn't feel like where I was last time, but I had only been to this specific DMV one other time. So I was like, oh, well, maybe this is right. No, I get there and it's the wrong spot. And I had to go to a specific DMV and just, oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that. So it took like an extra hour of driving out of my day. But the good news about that is I did finish my audiobook, and by this DMV, there is a Barnes & Noble. So I think to treat myself real quick, I'm just gonna run in there and just glance around and see if anything looks interesting, and then I'll drive home. sweetheart. There you are. Are you taking a snooze on the couch? Hi. Hi, baby girl. Oh, I missed you. Hi. Hi, cutie. It is a beautiful day out today. I wanted to come outside, sit out here with Luna, even just for a few minutes to enjoy this beautiful weather. But as you can tell, I am back from Barnes & Noble, and you guys, shocker, I did not buy a single book when I was there. I don't know why. There like wasn't anything that was screaming out to me to buy, and I didn't see anything that was on my immediate TBR. So I'm not just gonna buy books to buy them. Like, I want to buy them with a purpose to obviously actually read them in the near future, and I just didn't see anything that was like really calling out to me. So I did not buy anything, but like I did tell you guys, I finished The Never King, and so I'm going to talk about the 2 books that I read this week. And I know in the beginning of this video, I was like, oh, I'm going to read a book a day, blah, blah, blah. And clearly that did not happen. Am I disappointed in myself? Absolutely not. The entire goal that I gave myself was to get out of a reading slump and to just enjoy reading this week, which I absolutely did. So I read Allie Hazelwood's novella, Under One Roof, and I gave that 3.5 stars because it was really cute, but I just feel like there could have been more, and I just wasn't constantly grabbing my Kindle to pick it up. Like, I wasn't dying to continue reading it. So I gave that book 3.5 stars, and then I'm going to give The Never King, this one's tough because I'm not exactly sure how I feel about it yet, but my gut is saying 3-star review. I do think I would have enjoyed it more personally reading it on my Kindle or a print copy as opposed to the audiobook. But what I will say is the story just fell kind of flat for me. Like, I was definitely expecting more romance as opposed to just smut and spice, which there's nothing wrong with that, but I guess my expectations going into it were just a little bit different. I will say though, in terms of like dark retellings of Peter Pan, I've also read the book Hooked, and between Hooked and The Never King, I did like The Never King better. I just feel like there was a lot more that could have been done with the story, but nonetheless, I still did really enjoy the books that I read this week, and now I feel like I am ready to pick up new books and I'm out of my slump, which was ultimately my goal. So I feel great. Like I said, it is a gorgeous day out. I do have some other work that I need to get done, and then I go on a flight attendant trip tomorrow. So I am going to get going, but thank you everybody so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please give me a big thumbs up, and if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe because I'd love to see you again in future videos. I hope that you all are having a fabulous day, and I'll see you next time.